Dating Sims. Written by 21km to Nerdiness. A nice cup of cocoa. Friday night, the day every pony unwinded for the upcoming weekend looming upon them. However, this particular night was that many were looking forward to. Earlier in the week, the residents of Ponyville were graced with the sudden presence of a wide, fancy new restaurant. Mugs, hugs, and cuddle bugs. Now completed on the outskirts of town. No expensive catches, enough space to make reservations obsolete, and lots of lovely lonely hearts willing to kill for such an opportunity. Coco Pommel, on the other hoof, came against her will. Yes, that was just meant she just had a friendly little visit with a certain fabulous fashionista soon became a forceful night of fun. That night, the shy mare struggled to make an approach towards the love-themed establishment, and Pony strolled past her with no issue, leaving her alone in an aura of overwhelming shyness.
Hey, you!
The Earth Pony flinched, catching herself as she noticed a pale lime-green mare with a tan-brown mane waving her over from behind a wooden podium.
You've been quivering in fear in that same spot for almost half an hour. You okay there?
Taking a heavy gulp, the timid dressmaker finally made her way to the pony.
Welcome to MHNC, girl,
She chimed.
What can I do ya for?
Coco kept her head down, frantically searching through her turquoise purse to pull out a red ticket with glistening gold trimming.
I have a coupon?
She uttered.
For a free mug? Wonderful!
The mare collected the slip of paper.
Head right in, pick a table, any table, and enjoy yourself.
The shy gal gave a quick and silent nod, shuffling onward past the large dark doors. Inside, the bustling building was in full swing. Couples had taken its romantic decor. Exquisite and flavorful meals were being prepared and sizzled before the amazed customers, and the staff were quick and efficient, moving in perfect sync with one another. While still nervous about unfamiliar surroundings, Coco was equally astounded by the aesthetic and excellent service being displayed. Her state of awe was cut short as a bubbly little filly zipped in circles around on her roller skates.
Hey there!
She yelped, screeching to a halt.
Everything going well for you, ma'am? Oh, yes.
Coco mumbled.
I was just about to find a table. Oh, of course. Let me take you to a real good one.
The young one escorted her guest further into the restaurant.
Needing some pony special? Me? No. I'm not that interesting. Not with that attitude. No worries. I'm sure some pony wouldn't mind mingling with you. I just had a coupon for a free mug. A friend of mine insisted I come here. Oh? Do you know what a free mug comes with, right? I don't think so. Comes with a free snuggle sesh with additional features. Huh? Tell me, what do you like in a partner? I don't know. Come on, girl, spill. I guess I like a tall stallion, one who'd like me for me, and here we are.
The filly guided the stunned mare into a curved booth with blood-red seats surrounding a sleek oak table.
You'll love it, trust me. Your waiter will be with you in a bit.
Within a few seconds, the rushing child was already gone before Coco could question further. Clearing her throat, she sheepishly scooted onto the center of seats. Thoughts of a potential boo thing had plagued her mind, putting up a vigorous fight with her crippling insecurities. It wasn't long going into her thought process that a peach-colored earth stallion with a golden mane popped up. Hey there, he greeted, giving a confident wink. So it's one free mug for the lady. Coco pressed her back against the seat in surprise.
Yes, that's me. But does it come only in mugs?
Of course not, cutie. We have regular cups, sippy cups, wine glasses.
Wine glasses would be nice, with wine, too, if that's available.
Coming right up, miss.
Coco Pommel.
Xander. He scooped her hoof to smooch it kindly, chuckling as the flustered mare tried to hide a smile. Pleasure to meet you. Be right back. Left alone again, Coco let out a heavy sigh, letting her giddy emotions flood freely. Never had she been in the company of someone as caring or as handsome. She stared lovingly at her hoof where she had smooched, smiling wide as a faint blush grew brighter. Eventually, Xander returned carrying a single glass of cherry wine on a silver tray atop his head, kneeling to swiftly slide it between her hooves. For the lovely gal, he hummed.
Thank you so much.
As she took a sip of her drink, she held her breath, noticing the stallion in the corner of her eye sliding up beside her in the booth. Heart racing, she kept her eyes forward, watching other couples in the restaurant in each other's embrace. Nervous? Xander chuckled.
About what?
If you don't feel comfortable about free hug sessions, that's perfectly understandable. It's a unique concept we offer, but it's our motto. We all need a little love.
No, it's just... I never had a guy want to do anything like that with me before. I don't know what to do or say.
Well, let me help you. Tell me what you want.
I want to be known.
Could you repeat that?
I want to be snuggled.
Xander held out his arms out wide. Of course. A bead of sweat came down Coco's forehead, taking a big swig of her wine. She placed it down and hesitantly inched closer to the open stallion. A minute or two went by before Xander carefully guided her chin atop his shoulder, wrapping his toned hooves around her back. Shocked and breathless, Coco practically melted like butter into his warm hug. I find that hard to believe, the cheeky stallion uttered, rubbing down her fuzzy back. Any stallion would be lucky to have you.
I'm just average.
Coco managed to huff out, getting lost in the sensations.
An average mare.
Nonsense. I'm sure you're very fascinating. Tell me about yourself, Miss Pommel. Face hotter than ever. The flattered mare rested her head against her hugging buddy's chest, raising her hooves to caress his sturdy back.
I'm a dressmaker. I make special costumes for plays. Sometimes I sell dresses across some big cities.
Well, that's wonderful. I myself enjoy a lavish production. Xander looked down at the small creature now staring back at him with glistening eyes, leaning in to plant steady, delicate kisses upon her off-white coated cheek. Very impressive. Coco bit her lower lip, reacting to the moist contact.
You're just saying...
The stallion's sweet kisses then trailed off down her slender neck, her grateful grip on him growing tighter.
Is that the additional features I've heard about?
The mare giggled, closing her eyes in delight. That is indeed. I can stop if you want.
No, I love it. Please, tell me about you.
Before working here, I babysat a lot of foals. A lot.
Wow, sounds like a hoofball.
They may be gremlins, but at least they listen to me. The adults, not so much.
Aw, you poor thing. Hey, I'm listening, always.
The stallion's ears perked up wholeheartedly. Thank you. That's a first for me. It really means a great deal.
Of course, so,
What is it, Miss Pommel?
can you keep going?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Xander's playful pecks transitioned into light nibbles, occasionally tugging her skin between his lips and earning a sweet moan from the customer. Coco's grip grew even tighter as she instinctively leaned up to return a kiss to the stallion's neck.
Eep!
She blushed.
I'm sorry.
Suddenly a low but hearty belch escaped the stallion. Pardon me. He snickered. It's okay. We consider that our own personal tips. You got quite a strong grip, I must say.
Thank you. I just never felt this way with any pony before. It feels so good.
You deserve to feel good, Miss Pommel.
Call me Coco, if you want.
Well, Xander lifted a hoof to boop her nose. Do you feel special, Coco?
Very much.
The mare nuzzled him with a pleased pout. Anything special I could do for a special gal? Coco popped her lavender sailor collar, puffing her fluffy chest out with an adorable smirk.
I always wanted a stallion to play with my fluff.
What an amazing fluff. Xander licked his lips, placing his hooves deep within her fluff-filled forest. Am I doing it right?
Yes.
Every strand of her fuzz on the worker's neck stood on end as Coco's happy coos sent a wave of ecstasy up his spine. The two struggled to keep their hums and affection low and under the sound of chatter and clatter. The sensual strawberry aroma of the candles circled around them. Their cuddle upgraded to a passionate snuggle. All throughout the session, a restless but simultaneously pleasing sensation gradually built up within the stallion's gut as he and his cuddled bug explore each other. Everything came knocking up to every corner of his being. Coco's vigorous snuggling squeezed it up. There was no returning. It was coming. The sensations of his throaty roar shook the restaurant, reducing the chatter to a deafening silence. Soon all the staff erupted into supportive cheers as every pony continued on with their cuddling dates.
Sweet Celestia,
Coco laughed, poking her recovering bud's back against his seat.
you're just a gassy type, aren't you?
He muttered, had a big lunch.
That ought to do it.
As the mare rested with her cup of wine, Xander reached for a small fancy vase on the table beside the candle, plucking a rose and placing it behind her ear. Beautiful, he sighed, locking eyes with hers. Coco rubbed a hoof on his cheek.
Handsome.
Much appreciated. So, how was my service to you?
It was magical. I felt special, more than I've ever felt in my life. No ponies ever looked at me this highly before, but I have to tell my friend Rarity it was decent enough or she'd never let me hear the end of it.
Well, your secret's safe with me. Coco flipped her two-toned blue mane to the side, giving the stallion a grateful boop.
For that, here's your tip.
Xander's hair spiked as if he'd been struck by lightning. He felt petrified, helplessly watching the sneaky mare plant a generous peck on his lips, eyes half-lidded.
I should probably get going.
She whispered in his ear.
Well, that cuddling took a lot of energy right out of me.
Understandable. The stunned pony fumbled to say, composing himself. We close in less than an hour anyways.
Lovely.
She finished her drink, being politely guided out of the booth.
We should do this again. Soon, at least.
I would love that. Coco's face scrunched into a cute pout as her hoof is smooched one last time. Her gentle colt stood there curiously while he rummaged through her purse before setting a ladybug pin against his beige patterned shirt.
To remember me?
You're my first client, Dish. Of course I'll remember you. The two briefly exchanged smiles before the mare turned heel and headed for the exit. Once she was out of sight, Xander pocketed the precious gift and let out a light sigh, swishing his tail in gleeful satisfaction. Enough gawking, Casanova. A gruff stallion waiter gave him a friendly slug in the arm. Let's get to it. Yeah, coming. Dang, I haven't eaten this well in months. Closing time. Mugs, hugs, and cuddlebugs was rousing success with Ponyville. Tables cleaned and customers satisfied and long gone. The vast staff waited idly by the center of the establishment. Xander, however, sat alone, fiddling dreamily with a ladybug pin. Eventually, a huge booming thud from the front door grabbed every pony's attention, and standing before them was a green mare, a mischievously twisted grin on her face.
So,
She hummed, popping her neck.
how was everyone's dinner?
All but Xander erupted in triumphant celebration and or belches.
I'll take that as an absolutely.
With a heavy stomp of her hoof, the mare's soft cheekbones twisted and morphed to appear harder and less rounded. A glowing green wall of blinding fire surrounded her. Her appealing skin faded into a coal-black coat as features from the entire staff followed suit, rapidly ripping their uniforms to ribbons. Now populating the room was a horde of ravenous changelings, reveling in their deceit under the proud authority of their queen, Chrysalis. Soon, Xander changed into his dark bug-like uniform last, begrudgingly, not breaking his golden-eyed gaze on the pin.
Why didn't we think of this sooner?
Chrysalis cackled, strolling through her subjects.
Creating a lovey-dovey dump like this, and those pathetic simpletons just come flocking in. We will no longer starve, no longer scavenge. We have love farms on our hooves.
Chaotic applause shook the roof.
So savor every last drop remaining on your vile tongues.
The queen continued.
A gold mine has blessed us tenfold, and we must exploit every sad, sour sap that walks through our doors. Their hopeless love is their only ounce of significance, and what could be more valuable than love?
Under all the cheering commotion, Xander closed his eyes. The thought of the dressmaker's presence elicited a dreamy yet dopey grin as he chuckled to himself. Couldn't agree more.
And next time, my subjects, please just remove your bucking uniforms instead of tearing them up. These things are very, very expensive.
There we go. Just wanted to put out a quick one today. Don't worry, TCP will be coming tomorrow. However, I saw that KM posted this and I read it and I loved it. How absolutely lewd. And also, what a twist. Little Xander has a little bit of a love for Coco, and I think that's so cute. What else is getting love are my wonderful donators. Thank you, Chase the Master, HKH4 aka Texture, Triss, the Animated Ghost, Solus, and of course a large thank you to Silent Titan. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you guys so much. Anyways, this has been Firehearth. Have a wonderful day.